Good evening. This is a huge treat. I love the size of the audience tonight. We're going to get this started. I promised everybody under an hour, right? That's what I said. That's what we're going to do. Really quick, my name is Scott Miller. I'm the music director here at Balmages High School. I'd also like to introduce to you my principal, Ms. Shari. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everybody for being here and supporting music education in our school system, and especially Fairfield-Suisun Unified School District, which has a very rich history of fine arts and music in this district. So, what's great tonight, what I'm so excited about, is to watch the different levels that we have. So we're going to start with our elementary school here from Nelda Mundy, and I'd love to introduce our two directors, Ms. Shari Hendrix and Mr. Alan Dreydl. They're going to start with Après de la Lune.
I'll leave this up here for you, which is on and off.
Thank out of the book. And if we played everything one time, we'd take about 5 minutes of the concert time. So that's why you hear a lot of repetition, but we do different instrument groups, so at least it doesn't sound exactly the same. And then at some point, each section does get featured. We're gonna feature a lot more instruments in this next one, because I got a text message a couple weeks ago from Mr. Foreman and said, hey, you know, it might be fun if we did a combined thing. So I asked my students and they said, yeah, we get to play with the big kids, that'd be super cool. So we're going to ask the big kids, meaning middle school kids, to come and join us in our first official piece of sheet music. So it's not gonna be the same thing over and over and over again. Bonus. But also the features again, and they get to play with the big kids. And this one is called Bathroom Boogie, and this will be our final selection.
directors, Ms. Hendrix and Mr. Dreydl, is Ms. Hendrix is the one that does classroom music, and Mr. Dravland does 1 day a week, Thursdays after school, to provide these students with a band. So bravo to all your guys' hard work. Thank you guys so much. Okay. This is a first for me. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Ted Foremen. In many ways, Ted and I knew each other during our master's degree at Arizona State, and by is that me? That was kind of weird. He introduced we knew each other at college, and then just by chance we are now teaching together 20-some years later, or whatever that is. But Mr. Ted Foremen is a bass trombone player. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. But Mr. Ted Foremen and the Green Valley VIKING Band.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to lead this group tonight. This is our advanced band at Green Valley. This is made up of mostly 8th graders with some 7th graders in it. This is our top concert ensemble at Green Valley. We've got 4 very exciting pieces to play for you tonight. The first one we're going to play for you is an overture called Encanto, not the movie. Our next piece up is a piece by Swearingen called Exaltation. And this piece is special to me because when I was in junior high, about 300 years ago, this is the only piece that I actually remember from playing in junior high. It stuck with me so much, it was always my favorite piece we ever did, and now I get a chance to do it with my kids. So here is Exaltation by Swearingen. Next up, we'd like to play a little pop tune for you. This is a medley from a Netflix series called Stranger Things. And this features the main theme of Stranger Things, and it's set in the 80s, so it's got a bunch of great 80s pop tunes in it. It has Separate Ways, Natural Puppets, Should I Stay or Should I Go, and Running Up That Hill. Our last piece that we'd like to play for you tonight is a programmatic piece. It means that the piece tells a specific story. This is called Moscow 1941, and it tells the tale of Moscow being invaded by the Nazis in 1941, and it's based on a poem called Meadowland. So I've invited two of my students up here to one first read the poem that it's based on, and two to tell you a little bit about the story we're going to be telling through music here in just a moment.
Meadowlands, Meadowlands, through you heroes are now our treasure. Red Army, heroes of the nation, heroes of the mighty Red Army. Maidens are weeping, their solitary vigils keeping, weeping for their sweethearts who are fighting, fighting in the mighty Red Army. Heroes are running, the sunlight on them is now shining. Over them the heroes are passing, heroes of the mighty Red Army. Let every maiden with heart no longer heavy laden strike upon the singing down or loudly, sing our song so proudly.
This song identifies an extremely important moment in history during the Second World War, in which the Red Army against all odds successfully defended Moscow against the German invasion. In October 1941, German troops were only 15 miles outside of Moscow, in a favorable situation for the Soviet Union. 2 million people had evacuated Moscow, but Joseph Stalin stayed to rally morale. In November, the Germans launched a new attack on Moscow. The Soviet army held their ground and brought the Germans to a halt. Stalin insisted on a counterattack, and although his commanders had doubts, they launched their own offensive on December 3rd. The Germans, caught off guard and demoralized by the recent defeat, were pushed back and began retreating. By January, they had been pushed back for 200 miles.
And now Moscow 1941.
Another round of applause for Ted Foremen and his colleagues. This is what I would encourage you to go ahead and stretch your legs. My group is going to grab your instruments, going to come right out. We're going to take a quick tune now. Boom, we're going to play our 2 charts and move on from there. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here again. The band in front of you is, I have 3 bands here technically, concert band, symphonic band, and advanced symphonic band. And for this concert, with the elementary school and junior high, I decided to combine all 3 of them. The first chart we're going to play is called Imaginarium, and there's 4 sections to this piece. The first one is called Sparks. This is where the ideas begin. The Cloud Factory, the daydream zone where one imagines endless possibilities. And then here, there'll be monsters. I do work with high schoolers. The moment of panic, of nightmare that all creative people feel when self-doubt sets in. And Eureka, the ideas become fully realized. And the great thing about music is it's transforming. You know, when we think about our favorite movies, whether it's, most of you I know Star Wars and Harry Potter and, you know, great composers that we have in our country, and this kind of piece can transform as well. So it's called Imaginarium, and think about different colors and places that you'd like to be. Imaginarium. Okay, we're going to do our best here. I can't go too fast on this chart. So without any long speeches, the last song we're going to play is called Danse Perpetuo. It has a lot of South American folk songs kind of in it with that type of style and rhythm. Before the night's over, I do want to thank all of our directors for being here, and the Nelda Mundy Elementary Band and Green Valley VIKING Band. So thank you again for being here this evening. On this song, we also have a soloist, Ariana Talented. Thank you again so much for being here. The true pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you at the District Jazz Festival in just a month or two. Have a great night. Rod Rudy's students are going to stay and clean up. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Good night.